Hi everyone, welcome to Shping AMA. We haven't been in touch via AMA for a while, and that's something we want to start, resume that practice and being able to talk to you not just through the Telegram channels or other social channels, but actually face to face. Tell you more of what's happening, and there is a lot of things happening here. We tried to communicate that to you over time through the channels we had, but I think now we reached the point where there's so much happening that it may be easier for us to have those regular AMAs when we can answer any questions you may have, tell you more about what's happening, where we're heading, our successes, our challenges, just to be a bit more involved and know what's happening here. We would like to first of all thank everyone who've sent us some great questions, and during the today's AMA, feel free to add more questions either through chat in YouTube or via the Telegram channel. So we already, as I mentioned, have a number of questions which we would like to address. But first, allow me to introduce some of our new members that you haven't met before. And as you probably seen in when we announced the AMA, we said that we want to introduce all our team and who's going to join us at the different AMA sessions, so you can actually talk to them, get to know them, to understand who they are, what their interests are outside of work. Just to be more familiar with who is making Shping moving and happening. So first, I would like to introduce you to Sam.
Hi all, my name is Sam White. I'm the Sales Marketing Director at Shping, and I've been in the business for just on 6 months now. And look, my core responsibilities being Sales Marketing Director for the business essentially is about onboarding and bringing on new brands to the business, and that's the main focus. And a lot of the, I suppose, the updates that we're providing through to you in terms of the brands we're talking to, who are really keen and really interested to be part of the Shping platform, because essentially for them, it's a new an additional media channel for those brands to engage with their core consumers, and we can do it in quite a good, cost-effective manner, and sit really and bolt onside and complement their existing marketing mix with what initiatives they've got planned. In terms of being in the business for the last 6 months, what really attracted me to working here, alongside working with Gennady, was the really good and exciting opportunity with such a platform like Shping, to assist marketing and e-commerce managers within fast-moving consumer good businesses. I have actually come from that side of the fence, and so to be able to be dealing with like people on a day-to-day basis is not only rewarding but also pretty exciting, particularly in terms of how we can assist them with growing brand awareness, increasing their product education, but also how we can effectively grow their sales both online and offline. So yes, that's essentially what really attracted me to the role, and what I sort of enjoy doing most on a day-to-day basis. It is quite rewarding with what we are doing and the tools that we do have outside of work. I've got, I'm a family man, I'm a dad, I've got 2 young toddlers who keep me quite active after hours and before work, with being 6 and 4 as they are, but look, they're the real joy of my life alongside my wife. So that's me. I'll now introduce you to Luke Webster, our Customer Success Manager.
Hi everybody, I'm Luke. My full name's Luke Webber. I've joined as a Customer Success Manager only 3 weeks ago. This is actually my 3rd week. Basically my role is to sort of follow on, work closely with Sam, but sort of follow on to maintain those customer relationships as they kind of move through our trial period, and then come on with us as partner brands. So maintaining everything with them, liaising with them, and making sure we kind of have a really, really smooth relationship. Currently, I've really enjoyed my first few weeks. Still really learning a lot about Shping, and it was a really interesting thing for me to come on board here. I really enjoy the possibilities for startups like this. But I really love the idea that it's sort of built with that kind of a cryptocurrency element as well. I think that's really exciting and really great to kind of see what that's doing with that kind of evolving technology. So yeah, really thankful to be a part of it. Outside of Shping, I'm also a family man. I have a small toddler also who's 1.5. He does keep me very busy, like Sam said, before and after work. I've been a musician for most of my life, and that is still one of my main hobbies. Other than that, that's me. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I would like to give you some updates on what's been happening, and as we promised to you, we'll start with the news around the exchange. I know that was very topical for the last few years. We've been asked to get listed on other exchanges to make Shping coin available to a broader community. And we've been working on this for pretty much all those 2 years, but probably more actively in the last sort of 6 to 9 months. We've had to undertake specific steps to be ready for listing on those big exchanges that have a very thorough process of validating the partners that they listing on the exchange. And without further ado, I would like to announce that as of today, we listed on Liquid Exchange, Japan, out of Japan. It's probably one of the largest, or if not the largest, exchange. A great exchange. It's in the top, I think, 25 exchanges on the CoinMarketCap. I know it's changes all the time, but it's pretty much in your top most reputable exchanges. We are very proud and honored to be selected to be listed. The announcement will go out by Liquid team, I think in about 2 hours. I think it's 5 p.m. At Tokyo time, so it's in about 2 hours from now. Deposits already been opened up, so the Shping coins already can be deposited on Liquid Exchange, and trading, I think, gonna start in about a few hours. So very excited about that. It's not the only exchange that we've been working on, and there will be further announcements probably somewhere mid to late Jan on some of the other discussions we're having with other exchanges. But it's definitely a step in the right direction, and hopefully that will make Shping accessible by a larger, greater community. So that's on the exchange, and if you have any other questions in regards to exchange, please feel free to message either on Telegram or through YouTube chat. In the meantime, I'll start addressing some of the other questions that we have received through the Telegram channel as well as through email. So the first question, and they're not in a particular order, I just copy-paste them into my notepad, so they, I think, in the order they came in. So the first question was, how's the app performing now in Australia, and when are you expecting to go overseas? So app, give you some stats. So we had roughly about 8 million scans so far. Mind you, the scanning part of the app is becoming a sort of core activity. So the app became a lot more than simply scanning barcodes and learning some information about barcodes. So we have built a lot of new functionality. So some users using the app without even making scans. So they're using the shopping list, they're uploading their receipts, they're writing reviews, they're checking out feature products, specials. So the scan volume is not a true indication of the adoption of the app, but it's still very impressive. A number, 8 million, it means that 8 million engagements were between consumers and someone's brand. So it's still very impressive. About 200,000 validated reviews. Some of those reviews are video reviews, some could be just simply text, but all reviews are very insightful and very helpful for other shoppers who's reading those reviews to get to know what product they're buying or about to buy, to see what other people think about that product, their experiences, and so on. So reviews is probably one of our strongest value proposition, both for brands and for consumers, because we're able to capture a very reviews in relation to products that typically brands are struggling to get reviews in relation to. Excuse me for one quick second. I'll just grab my charger because my laptop is about to die, and we'll continue. And we're good to go. So the other indication about the performance of the app is the fact that now that we have incorporated the other functionality, the app becomes appealing to other groups of people. So if up until now we've been really marketing the app to a specific group, those who are more attracted to rewards aspect of the app, now the app became appealing to other groups of people, those who want to save on their shopping, those who want to discover other products, being able to search for specific products. So therefore, with that additional functionality, we believe that growth of the app adoption will increase. In regards to us going overseas, the key milestone for us was to reach profitability, which we did last year. It's a very big milestone for any startup, and for us, of course, as well. It means that the model is right, it's working, it can scale, and now that we've reached the profitability, we decided that we will look at other markets, and there are a lot of different opportunities. Different markets have different appeal to us. It's not going to be something immediate, but probably towards Q4 next year, we will be able to announce the next international market that we would want to move to. The next question, why running on ETH? There are cheaper blockchain. How about Binance and other blockchains? So the issue of a more expensive blockchain has been solved by us by pretty much layer 2 and layer 3 transactions, where we are able to group all of our cash outs into a single transactions, and therefore if, let's say, 1,000 people doing cashing outs of the Shping coins and need to move them to the exchange, instead of doing 1,000 transactions, we can group them and move it as a single transaction. Even though the Ethereum, the cost of the Ethereum transaction is extremely high now with the high value, high demand, it's not severely affecting us, only because we found the mechanism of grouping those transactions into a single transaction per day. In saying that, we are monitoring Ethereum 2.0, and that should bring the reduction of the transaction cost. But we also are very strong believers of Ethereum blockchain. We feel that it's probably it's the largest blockchain network, and probably the most stable, with largest community. They're on the right track, they're ahead of the game, and with the introduction of 2.0, I think it will make it even more appealing. So at this stage, we are not looking to become a blockchain of our own or moving to a different blockchain, even though we are constantly monitoring this space. At one point of time, there was an idea of leveraging our app users as mini nodes, particular in the proof of stake model, where we won't need to have a lot of resources, technical CPU resources on the mobile device. At this stage, it's something that is floating in the office when we're having different discussions, but it's not something that we are going for right this moment. There is so much we can do as an application, and using Ethereum blockchain is the way to go for us at this point of time. What happens to Shping coin after cashback? Does it go back to Shping wallet or to exchange? Or do you burn it? So we have announced a new feature that going live on the 15th of December. Also very exciting feature for us. It has a lot of upsides to the platform. It's a cashback feature where we partner, where brands partnering with us to facilitate cashback promotion of their product. The way it works is brand runs a cashback promotion. Let's say if you buy 2 bottles of their product, let's say it's a soft drink, every second bottle you could get free of charge. Or maybe if you buy 5, you get 2 products free. So different campaigns, they can run different campaigns depending on their objective, but they will promote this cashback campaign through their own channels. And some of our partner brands have huge followings, so the social reach would be in millions. And having a partner like that marketing a cashback that requires Shping app to be for facilitation, it's a great way for us getting extra exposure and getting in front of a lot of consumers and getting more downloads. So that's why we're very excited about that particular feature. The challenge was, how do we make sure that if brands want to provide $3 cashback, for example, to a consumer, that the fluctuation in the coin price does not affect that. As you would appreciate, when you're talking about cashbacks on high volume of products, any variation could be very costly to the brand, or it could diminish the cashback of the consumer. So we worked out a model where we're able to create the bid and ask at pretty much at the same time on the exchange and marry the bid and the ask from the brand and cash out of the consumer. Therefore, to make sure that if brands want to provide consumer with $3 cashback, they purchase those $3 and they pass them on to the consumer, and consumer can cash them out at the same time and get exactly the same value. So we've created this model that will make sure that the coin fluctuation would not affect the value of the cashback. From the consumer perspective, they're getting the funds immediately, so it's like we are forcing the cash out. So they're not getting the coins, they're getting cash straight away. The reason being is that if we are to credit them with coins and they don't cash out immediately, there could be a difference in value, and unlike with rewards, it could have a negative effect if the coin goes drops in value. Obviously, if it's going to go up in value, they're going to be happy, but we need to look at both case scenarios, and that's why the decision was made for the cashback to convert it straight into a fiat currency. Any partnership with Coles and Woolworths? The working with retailers is something that we are looking at, and we've started developing retailer portal, but then it was put on hold because some other projects took priority. We actually resumed a retailer portal as the product. What retailer portal essentially does, it gives access to any retailers, mainly smaller retailers, not someone like Woolworths and Coles. Those retailers who are struggling getting in front of the consumers, they don't have the same marketing budgets as Coles and Woolworths, and to enable them to publish their product range into our app. So when consumers using the shopping list, we can, based on their geolocation, we can show them prices of that product not from the main major retailers, but also from the smaller shops. So if you're looking to buy a kilo of bananas, you will actually get prices not just from Coles and Woolworths, but you'll also get prices from the small food and veggies shops around your area. It's going to be a very powerful product for both consumers and retailers, and it will help us to aggregate more data and make app a lot more appealing. As far as Woolworths and Coles, we think it's possible that there could be some partnership in the future, but at this point of time, we are addressing a challenge of brands, and brands seeing a value of working with us because it gives them access to the end consumer, something that retailers already do have, but brands don't. And that's why they're looking at Shping as the platform that sort of helps them to reach out to that end consumer that typically they don't see. It's behind the wall of the retailer. Let me see. Some other questions. So again, about the using the Binance BSC, it's we don't see an immediate value in building a bridge with other blockchains. Once again, something that we're constantly discussing internally, but we don't see immediate ROI on such development. We don't think it's going to create value, immediate value. Even though, yes, it will maybe get us available on the other blockchains, but considering that Ethereum is probably the largest blockchain and those who sits on alternative blockchains probably trading on the Ethereum as well, and I don't think that's sort of makes our coin less accessible. But once again, we'll keep you in a loop if anything. If we'll make a decision to move in these directions, but not right this moment. Let me see if there are any other questions. No, not that I can see. Look, we're going to be doing those AMAs quite often now, and hopefully we'll be able to go into topics in more details. Considering that we haven't had them for quite some time, we probably had to cover them very high level just to make sure that we can fit into the 30 minutes that we've allocated for that particular session. So I would like to thank everyone, all the supporters, everyone who's active in the community, and for your feedback, for your support, wishes, and we will continue our hard work, and we will talk to you guys soon. We'll announce the next AMA probably in about a couple of weeks. And yeah, and those who are in Australia, please download the app if you haven't done so yet, and start actively earning Shping coins through using the app as well. Thank you very much, everyone. Much appreciated, and we'll be in touch soon.